es geht. Wie viel Leistung zieht er? Wie viel Leistung zieht man? Hört man mich? Wie viel Leistung zieht man? Hört man mich? Jetzt hört man mich wieder. Wie viel Leistung zieht man? Hört man mich? Jetzt hört man mich wieder. Wie viel Leistung zieht man? Hört man mich? Jetzt hört man mich wieder.
He's really putting you to work, huh?
Did you want to develop an app?
I'll pass, Flutie.
You're lost.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
That's an app you'd want to develop.
Can I ask what it is?
Of course you can. That's always the first step in app development. In this episode of Rick and Morty, Jerry falls into a trap by agreeing to develop an app he knows nothing about. The app is launched shortly, and the world faces the consequences. This is not something we have to worry about in real life, but the show is parodying an actual startup phenomenon. The culture of hatching new products without much planning or preparation, driven by excitement and the hope for success. Software development is never as easy as on Rick and Morty, since presumably you don't have an alien on the team. It's an expensive, time-consuming, and risky endeavor. To have a chance at success, you need clear communication, elaborate planning, and documented expectations. How does this planning happen, and what helps devs stay on course? Let's talk about software planning and technical documentation. Luckily, if you're building software, you're not the first one to do that. And even if you were, you wouldn't be the first one to build something. There are many parallels between software development and construction, reflected not only in the wording, but also in methods. Project management itself, until very recently, was a discipline associated with civil engineering and manufacturing. That's why, in continuation of the practice, for many decades, software products were built like tangible ones. Look at the now discredited waterfall model. According to it, the project should follow a few consecutive steps: gathering product requirements, preparing the design, then implementing said design, doing some testing, and finally performing maintenance and system support. This approach seemed logical because software was treated like buildings or ships or any big construction projects where you do massive amounts of work first and then apply changes where needed. This, of course, led to failed deadlines, overgrown teams, and thousands of lines of code rewritten over and over again. Only very recently, 20 years ago to be more exact, this thinking has changed. The Agile Manifesto questioned the traditional approach and brought the new idea. Building software is an ongoing endeavor, where planning should happen along with execution and testing. This, of course, led to failed deadlines, overgrown teams, and thousands of lines of code rewritten over and over again. Only very recently, 20 years ago to be more exact, this thinking has changed. The Agile Manifesto questioned the traditional approach and brought the new idea. Today, we enjoy how the Agile principles help us lower risk and always have the ability to change something if needed. This is mostly accomplished thanks to great documentation, which, just like any other element of Agile project management, is subject to change through as many iterations as needed. So, what documents are used in software planning? Software planning is in many ways synonymous with software documentation, because technical docs is where software starts taking shape. It's where the idea of a ride-sharing app becomes a complex system with its business logic, tech specifications, and user flows, and where we first determine the path to this transformation. Ultimately, docs help us answer two big questions. First, what should the product be like? Software planning is in many ways synonymous with software documentation, because technical docs
You can be sure that your program to work on those